If you had the chance, would you choose the fast-paced life of the city, or follow this man into the remote wilderness of Canada to experience an entire year of off-grid living with no electricity, no modern conveniences, and no heavy machinery? He sets out to build a small log cabin in the heart of nature. From felling the very first trees to watching the cabin slowly take shape, every step is completed with nothing but determination and the strength of his own hands. Joel says we followed this inspiring one-year journey. After 1 year, the log cabin was finally complete. But living alone in the wilderness helped him realize that this isolated lifestyle wasn't where he truly belonged, so he made the difficult decision to return to the city. Even though the journey didn't end as he had imagined, it was never in vain. Along the way, he gained unforgettable experiences, valuable life lessons, and proved what determination and perseverance can achieve. Spending an entire year building a log cabin with his own hands is something truly worthy of admiration.